Hey guys, let's get more news from Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Mike Tomlin, I imagine contract will get done in a timely manner. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin opened his Thursday press conference by joking that he was in a better mood and asking if anyone had any contract questions, which referenced his abrupt departure from Monday's post-game press conference when he was asked about having 1 year left on his current deal. Tomlin said he didn't think a press conference after a season-ending loss was an appropriate place to discuss his contract, but added that he could have handled the situation better than he did in Buffalo. After an introductory statement from Tomlin, the floor was open to questions, and Tomlin was asked one about his pact. He said he's confident that he and team owner Rooney too will work out a new deal. "Yes, I expect to be back. I'd imagine those contract things are gonna run their course," Tomlin said. "Art and I have a really good, transparent relationship. We communicate continually, often. I don't imagine it's gonna be an issue, and I imagine it's gonna get done in a timely manner at the appropriate time." Later in the press conference, Tomlin said the contract will get done when it gets done and that he's not targeting a particular date where he'd like to see things wrapped up. Tomlin just wrapped up his 17th season as the Steelers head coach. Assuming all does get worked out on the contract front, it seems likely that he'll be hitting 2 decades on the job in Pittsburgh. Even after Kenny Pickett recovered from his late-season ankle injury, the Steelers stuck with the proverbial hot hand by starting Mason Rudolph at quarterback. In his end-of-season press conference on Thursday, Pittsburgh head coach Mike Tomlin said the plan entering the offseason is for Pickett to be the club's QB1. But, Tomlin said, obviously, there will be competition. "There's always competition in this thing," Tomlin said. "We don't anoint anyone. Man, I'm appreciative of Pickett's efforts and where he is and excited about continuing to work with him. But certainly, he will be challenged from a competition perspective moving forward. Competition brings the best out in all of us." At this point, Tomlin said that the Steelers hope Rudolph will be a part of that competition. But Rudolph is a free agent, so there's no guarantee of that. "We've got a lot of decisions regarding free agency," Tomlin said. "Mason is going to be a free agent. So I'd be speculating about some of those things." Receiver Deontay Johnson mentioned this week that he'd like to have Rudolph be the starter next season. Asked about that, Tomlin said he's not concerned about a potential rift in the locker room when it comes to quarterback. "I think competition is good," Tomlin said. "I think it's good for all of us. I think it brings out the best in all of us." Mike Tomlin remains on go for the Steelers through 2024, and likely beyond. Mike Tomlin remains on go in Pittsburgh, both in 2024 and likely beyond. The NFL's longest-tenured head coach said Thursday he plans on returning to the Steelers for an 18th season, brushing aside speculation that he was on the cusp of burning out and considering taking a step back. Tomlin shook his head and chuckled no when asked if he told anyone he needed a break, saying his passion for his job has only intensified the deeper he gets into a career that includes a Super Bowl ring, but also a playoff win drought that sits at 7 years and counting following a 31-17 loss to Buffalo in the opening round on Monday. The Steelers finished 10-8 in Tomlin's 17 seasons and have never finished below .500 since he took over for Bill Cowher in January 2007. Yet Pittsburgh has also been stuck on a treadmill of sorts since reaching the AFC title game in 2016, a stretch that includes 5 seasons of somewhere between 8 to 10 wins and 4 quick playoff exits. While Tomlin believes the Steelers have closed the gap on the teams playing in the divisional round this weekend, he also allowed it doesn't matter. "It all sucks, it does," Tomlin said. "It's not degrees of suck. It all sucks. I'd rather be working." Instead, Tomlin will spend the coming weeks interviewing for an offensive coordinator, a candidate he said will come from outside the organization, and start prepping for the NFL draft and free agency. Tomlin is entering the final year of a contract extension he signed in 2021. He stormed off rather than answer when asked about it moments after the Steelers fell to the Bills. 3 days removed, Tomlin admitted I could have handled the situation better than I did but added he felt that wasn't the time or the place to discuss his future. A future that will be in Pittsburgh. He declined to get into specifics on whether he will seek a multi-year deal from team president Rooney too, but also isn't concerned about the length, or lack thereof, of a new contract being any sort of sticking point. "I imagine it is going to get done in a timely manner at the appropriate time," Tomlin said. "But my mindset is to coach this football team, certainly." Tomlin's presence may be one of the few constants during an offseason for a team that has plenty of questions to answer in the coming months. The biggest one is at quarterback, where Kenny Pickett sputtered as much as he shined during an uneven first full season as the starter. Pickett threw just 6 touchdowns in 12 games, before needing surgery to repair his right ankle in early December. The 2022 first-round pick recovered, but spent the final weeks watching former third-stringer Mason Rudolph lead a late push that propelled the Steelers into the playoffs. Tomlin remains extremely confident in Pickett and praised the intangibles Pickett brings to the table. Still, entering his 3rd season, Pickett needs to start providing tangible evidence of progress too. Titans, Derrick Henry reveals NFL draft proclamation that will break Steelers fans' hearts. Imminent free agent running back Derrick Henry revealed where he wanted to play in the NFL before being drafted by the Tennessee Titans during an appearance on Bus Sin with the Boys, and it will make Steelers fans realize what a missed opportunity they had. "I wanted to go to Steelers," said Derrick Henry, via Bus Sin with the Boys. "I wanted to play for the Steelers. That's where I wanted to go. That's where I thought I was going. I thought I was possibly going to the Panthers. I thought there was a slight chance he would go to the Cowboys, but I probably figured they would take Zeke when they did." Henry was taken in the 2nd round by the Titans with the 45th overall pick. The Dolphins selected cornerback Xavier Howard with the 38th pick, so it didn't work out too badly, although Miami could have ended up with a superstar running back. As seen in the clip, Henry also mentioned the Carolina Panthers and Dallas Cowboys as possible places he thought he could end up. The Panthers had the 30th pick late in the 1st round, after reaching the Super Bowl the previous season, and selected defensive tackle Vernon Butler. The Cowboys, as Henry mentioned, selected Ezekiel Elliott with the 4th pick in the draft and then selected Jalen Smith with the 34th pick. Henry had a successful career with the Titans, but uncertainty remains this offseason regarding where he will play in the 2024 season. Derrick Lamar Henry Jr. is an American football running back for the Tennessee Titans of the National Football League, NFL. Nicknamed King Henry, he is known for his imposing bell cow style of play and larger stature than the average running back. Born and raised in Yulee, Florida, Henry set the national high school football record for career rushing yards with the Yulee Hornets. He played college football for the Alabama Crimson Tide. During his junior season, he broke Herschel Walker's single-season college rushing yards record in the Southeastern Conference, SEC, won the 2015 Heisman Trophy, the Doak Walker Award, the Maxwell Award, and the Walter Camp Award, and was a key part of the 2015 Alabama Crimson Tide football team that won the 2016 College Football Playoff National Championship. Henry was selected by the Titans in the 2nd round of the 2016 NFL Draft, where he has since been a 4-time Pro Bowl selection. A backup for most of his first 2 seasons in the league, Henry emerged as the Titans' feature back near the end of the 2018 season. He led the NFL in rushing yards for the 2019 season, as well as rushing touchdowns, tied with Green Bay Packers running back Aaron Jones. In 2020, Henry would again lead the league in rushing yards and touchdowns, and became the 8th player in NFL history to rush for over 2,000 yards in a single season, and the 2nd Tennessee Titan to do so. Henry won the 2020 Associated Press NFL Offensive Player of the Year award. After missing more than half of the 2021 season to injury, he made his 3rd and 4th Pro Bowl appearances in the subsequent 2 seasons. And you fan, what do you think of the Derrick Henry situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.